Hello traders. This is Brombo again from Creative FX, and I've just got this short video that I wanted to share with you guys. Um, I had a couple of people ask me questions in relation to the Boom 500, and they were sort of wondering, how did I arrive to a sell? Why am I saying this pair is gonna sell? Okay, so I just want us to get right through it and yeah, see why I said that. Okay, so for those who didn't see this setup, I'm just gonna quickly show you what my expectation was. So if you go to my channel, if you're not in my channel, you see that I had proposed that Boom 500 was gonna sell, and I was expecting this kind of setup, and I said people should just watch out for this. It's gonna pop up, and yeah, so around that area there, and obviously give you a double top M on a 15 minutes time frame, then you can take yourself from there. So that is the sell that I had anticipated, and this is how it then got to sort of play out. So this is the sell right here. If you zoom this a little bit, you can see it's still falling, and going to the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that it is sort of the same area where I'd anticipated the sell. And again, what you were waiting for was for you to see that M formation from there. And I know for some they can say, oh, but this doesn't look clear. I mean, it's not going to be clear all the time the way you want, but if you are experienced enough in trading, you should know how an M looks like. And so yeah, this is the M formation. And so where you were going to then take the sell, or where your confirmation is, was sort of in this spot right here, or just after this candle right here. And as you can see, this is how it has moved, and it is currently somewhere around there. And I'm expecting it to continue falling down, and then we see how we go. So yeah, this is it, guys. So we're just gonna do a quick analysis to find out how did I come up with this sell setup. What did I see? Why was I suggesting that this pair is gonna sell? And again, I want you to know this, that I'm not gonna get all the trades all the time, all right? And I've got my own losing trades sometimes, but one thing that I love to do is to document all my winning trades, so that I keep looking at them over and over again. It shows me it actually get used to seeing these things, so it becomes easier for me next time when I see something like that to say, oh, okay, this is the kind of setup that I expect to happen in that area. So sometimes when I draw for you to say I expect it to happen there and to be like this, it's because I've seen it several times and I like it to play that way. All right, so now going to our higher time frames. So when I gave you this, obviously you had not seen any of this, so the only thing that you could see was just the this green candle, the long one that's going up, this one right here. And that's the only thing that was visible at the time. And so now here's the thing. So I want to find how the market is gonna go. So what do? First things first, I need to look at higher time frames. What are higher time frames doing? All right, so if you look at this one, the higher time frames, obviously they are showing you that the market is bullish. They're showing you that the market is buying. How do we see that? Every time when a market is going on an uptrend, it's always showing you highs and lows. So if it's on an uptrend, you're obviously gonna see higher highs and higher lows. All right. So I don't know how many times I should say this, but this is in every single strategy, and everybody should know this because these are basics. All right. Before you even get to understand how the market maker cycle works, you should be able to know that there are higher highs and higher lows in the market. So in this case right here, this is how your market has been trending. This is how your market has been trending until you get to that point there. So this was the point of focus, right? Now here's the good thing. The good thing is I had already seen that the market is reacting in that area there. Some people are gonna call it demand, supply, whatever, but I had seen that the market was already reacting at that point there. So the candle that I was focusing on was not this green candle, but it was this red candle that you see here, which is a whitish thing because of the setup on H1. All right, so now after seeing that red candle there, I was like, oh, okay, so the market is actually reacting to this. So this is how far it is going. If you go to the monthly time frame, again, you see the same thing. This shows you that sometimes you can see a long-term setup, but it doesn't mean it's just gonna continue buying. So in this case, you've got the market doing this right here, and it kind of gives you we can call it an ID50 because it's the first pullback to the 50 EMA. So what is boom index gonna do? Boom 500 index gonna do this coming year? Most probably it's just gonna continue buying. That's what we expect, because from what we see, this is a buy. All right, but this is gonna take a long time. And again, I always say, with the amount of money that we have, we can't be holding for that long. All right, so if we go to W1, like I said, there was already a reaction of price in that space. Dropping down to D1, we then want to understand, okay, what exactly is happening. And like I said, the first thing you look for is there any close peak, right? So if there is a close peak, remember on D1, the peak that you saw, sorry, on W1, the peak that you saw is this one. So you want information from here going that direction to your right, okay? But as you move to D1, you find there is a peak formation there. So that means you're no longer worried about what's going on there. At least you know what's going on in W1. Now you are worried about what's going on from here up to there, all right? So we are going down the time frames. The next thing we do, we move to the 4 hour, all right? Now, when you get to the 4 hour, you realize this is also the current peak. Now, this is what's happening, okay? So peak formation there, and from D1, it's showing us that we have only moved 1 and 2. So we kind of want to move the third level. But because we are now in the same high that we were in the last time, the market might need to push down. How far is it gonna go? I do not know, but my suspect is that it might get here. That's what I suspect, that the market might drop down there and probably give you a V or something that looks like that, and then sell through to that direction. But again, this is D1. I'm not going to be worried too much about that. I'm going to be worried about the H4, but at least I know, and I also know what I suspect. Now, if I go to the 4-hour time frame, then I get to see those clear levels. Now I got to see 1, 2, 3 there. On this one, obviously you've got, if I look at it clearly, you might have 1 there, 2 there, and 3 there, or you might count them this way and say 1 there, 2 there, and 3 there. All right, either way, I can clearly see my 3 levels. So what am I expecting? Because D1 has only moved like this, he wants to move for the 3rd time. So it means 4-hour will have to move 1, 2, 3, reset, 1, 2, 3, reset, sorry, peak, then reset, and then 1, 2, 3. All right, that is how then we can say, oh yeah, W1 has moved that 3rd push. So again, no analysis is wrong. This is my assumption, this is what I expect, and this is what price is doing now. Is it going to continue doing that? I don't know, but I'll have to continue monitoring the pair and see how it goes. And by the way, I didn't take this trade. I just gave it to you guys if you're interested in it. I didn't take it because I was focusing on currencies. So that's why I left it. Okay. Now, then the next thing that I look at, I've seen all 6 levels. So my current peak in this instance is that one from the 4-hour. So that means I'm scraping this data for now. I do not need it. I need the current data. So again, I'm confident that's what's happening, but I need to know, is it what H1 doing? All right. So the next thing you see, okay, the market did come to a peak and it formed that, and then he started turning around from there. So which is why I saw this this green candle right here. So that means again, the market is showing me that you are at a peak formation. That is correct, but at this stage I do not know because I haven't confirmed, which is what I want to confirm. So the next thing I do, I then move to H1. So at least I'm keeping track of my time frames. I know W1 is a buy. I know MN is a buy. I know D1 is a buy but selling at the moment. So that's where it all starts to change. And then I know H4 is a sell because we're in level 3. All right, so that means I can't buy this pair because higher time frames are buying. I have to sell at the moment because D1 is actually selling. All right, and now I need to know what is H1 doing, and of which in this case I would expect H1 to also sell, right? So now I'm in H1. Then when I get to H1, what I then see is, all right, I've got that reset there, which I marked. That is the latest confirmed thing in where we are going. And now looking then closely to what is happening here. Remember, at the back of my mind, I'm saying, oh yeah, this is gonna be a 4-hour peak. And when I saw this pair initially, when I saw it, we were in a Zoom meeting with my students, and the pair was here. we actually did analyze it, and we said this pair was supposed to sell all the way almost up to 800 EMA. And the next thing I saw, the pair had printed out, sorry about that. I had seen that the pair had printed out something like this. Okay, something like that. So when I see something like that, let me redraw it again. It means on a higher time frame, it's like this, or on the next time frame, it's like this. All right, yeah. So it's actually an M, not those too many M's with double tops and whatnot. I can show you that again if you want. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, there you go. That's your M formation. But if you go to the 1-hour time frame, it's a different story altogether. It's actually M's and W's, right? So that shows you the market is forming a higher time frame peak. And in this instance, the market did push 1, 2, 3 to the low. Again, I'm not worried about that. I could have taken a sell there. I could have, but however, I saw that we are trying to push 4-hour and we were here, which is why I didn't really bother myself to have a sell on it. But even selling it to the 200 EMA was gonna give you good pips, and then you just let it buy all the way up, and then by the time it forms this M, that's when you then take the sell. But unfortunately, I did not see that. So the next thing that I saw was this right here. All right, so it had that green candle, and so now I was supposed to determine what's going to happen. So which is why I said I expect the market to give me an M formation in a 15 minutes time frame and start selling. So that is generally how I arrived to a sell, guys. And that's generally how you do your top-down analysis. And again, I'll keep on posting these videos to try and help you guys so you can see how I go around in the market and try and find setups. And like I said, you're not gonna win all of them, but for those that you are gonna win, take note of them, keep them, document them. They're gonna help you next time. So if you've got any questions, guys, make sure you send your comments in this video. And again, thank you so much for your support and also listening to me. I'll try and give as much educational information as I can, and have a good weekend. Cheers, guys.